Going on, everybody? I'm CaptainRoBear, and this is Baldur's Gate, episode 10, not 11, and arc number 2.
Oh my god, we made it to the second arc.
Double digits, y'all.
Time to retire.
This is it.
It's over. We did it. It's done. Campaign's done. Woo!
I'm just glad I made it this far and haven't killed myself yet.
Yeah.
You've done your best.
I've tried. I really have. I've tried.
Oh, man. So, we appreciate y'all for being super patient, because we're on a completely new system that we have never even play tested before. So, welcome to this shit show of a ride.
It'll be great.
I literally didn't even know it existed until 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, for you guys that watched Reckoning Hour, I had a very difficult time on Tuesday. So, you'll have to bear with me to the extreme. We are currently running on Foundry, which allows us to do a lot of really cool stuff. Like the epic animated map that you see on the screen right now. Super cool, but there is a massive learning curve to any new system, and I don't have, years upon years of hidden assets and all the trickery that I'm able to pull out of my hat. I am handicapped. This is the only thing that I have backup is the theater of the mind.
Yeah, the rest of us don't have one.
What, a mind or a theater?
Either.
I got a theater.
But you guys will see some really cool quality of life improvements. You're able to see a much more functional dice roller. We've never actually put the dice roll on the screen before because it just wasn't legible. So this is really cool. You're going to be able to see rolls like me miss my guiding bolt, like right now.
Natty one.
Did I say the new system is rigged? It's complete Adam rolls from here on out.
Hey, glad I could offer my services.
I mean, my first roll and it was a nat 20.
Yeah,
Go figure.
Very true. Very true. You'll see all sorts of really cool custom dice now, which is freaking awesome. Everybody will have different colors and lots of fun quality of life stuff, but you'll have to bear with us over time. I have a lot of work for me. Here I thought I was gonna get a little bit of a reprieve. Let's crank it up. But we'll have fun doing it. Anybody got announcements for their own personnel this week?
I have just the one, which is Sunday. We're continuing over on Tracy's stream. We're doing Rime of the Frost Maiden, 3 p.m. PDT, PT, Pacific.
Watch Adam not know when the show is going on.
It's 3 p.m. whatever California time is right now. 3 p.m. whatever daylight savings BS is happening. I don't know. But yeah, twitch.tv/MissMagitech. You can see us there playing Rime of the Frost Maiden. That's it.
Just make sure to stop by at 3 p.m. in all time zones.
Yes. Just every hour be there. Just rotate it.
I think, personally, I think we all need to pour one out for the elusive Little Caesars chicken Parmesan sandwich today. The greatest thing to ever happen in my life. I started plotting it sometime around last night when we brought up that chicken parm is just good at any point in time. And that's
Yeah. Yeah.
That video was so extra, I had to post it.
It did look good. I would like a chicken parm made out of pizza.
It looked very good.
There is, I'm going to tell you right now, there's no downside to making that sandwich whatsoever, other than your life expectancy.
Heartburn, maybe.
Yeah.
All that red sauce, I've
Who
had
cares about
heartburn
your
in
health?
5 minutes.
Oh man, it was, I don't even know how to describe it. Like if I get a chance to make it again, which I will tomorrow because I have 2 leftover slices of pizza. I'm gonna put that sucker in the skillet, and I'm going to give it the old panini press.
Oh,
Just a little bit extra, a little bit. Because like during lunchtime, the Little Caesar sells pizza for $5. They're pushing that shit out the door as quick as they possibly can. It can go a little bit longer, you know. Get a little bit more caramelization on that sugary, fatty, disgusting pizza bread that they have. Oh, but I mean,
cardboard.
No, not at all. Theirs isn't anything. If anything, they have the best pizza crust that they're out of their deep dish, out of all the big box junk stores. 100%. Big fan of their Munster blend and cheese too.
I've always been a big fan of their like meat lover pizza. It just tastes good.
Well, they're also limited toppings. Do they even stock other ones? I don't know. Nobody orders that shit there. Nobody orders a vegetable at Little Caesars.
You just give me all the meats.
No.
Yeah, you can get 1 of 3 meats. That's what's going on over there. But I highly recommend getting the Chick-fil-A patty, and you can order the filet only. You don't even need when you got no time for buns. You scroll all the way down to the app. You can save like 18 cents. The only thing I was surprised, they do not give you a filet only in the bag. They gave me these little like plastic containers. Yeah, they gave me these little trays.
Oh, nice.
Like something you get like a fast food salad in. I'm like, I'm not trying to be healthy. I'm putting this in
You don't
between
need this illusion.
2 pieces of deep dish.
You know, they did that. One time I went to a Burger King and I ordered like 8 burger patties without the buns, and they put them in a salad bowl.
That's apparently I guess that's the standard.
That's the move, I guess.
Well, one other thing about that sandwich is you shouldn't be able to eat 2 massive squares of pizza that fast. Like, I was disturbed by how much food was consumed when I ate it in sandwich form. I'm like, oh God, how did I just eat that? So, like, you wouldn't eat that quick. It would take much longer.
It's better to just not do the math in that situation. How many calories? How many carbs?
13,000 calories.
I'm pretty sure, like, in my roundabout math, it clocks in somewhere under like 1,600.
I mean, it's probably enough calories for you to live off of for like 4 or 5 days.
I haven't ate supper. I feel literally no hunger. It'll wipe it out. And you know what? It can be economical too. You get the lunch combo for 5 bones. Mm-hmm. Go through, get yourself, you can get 2 patties for $7 right there. 2 massive sandwiches that literally murder hunger.
Now,
That's
just
what they call that meal, the murder.
I know that you go for
meal.
the chicken parm route, but now I'm imagining, what if you threw the spicy patty on there?
Oh, it'd be just even more awesome. Crank it up. You're just cranking it up.
Get some heat on there.
The only thing that I advise against, I think some people are going to go out, you don't want to get some big old crunchy piece of chicken, you know, like that's not it. Like parm, it's a soft style breading, so I highly recommend getting the Chick-fil-A patty if you're going to make this monstrosity, you know, not just going and get, you know, whatever, God forbid, whatever McDonald's is trying to sell as their chicken patties right now.
Terrible.
It's not good.
Most of them are all awful because they're trying to slather them in some orange tinted mayonnaise.
Yes, that was. We went to McDonald's and I was like, "Can I get the spicy?" And then I was like, "Wait, is it actually spicy like the breading, or is it a sauce you're putting on it?" And they're like, "Oh, it's just a sauce." No, thank you then.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not baked in, I don't want it.
You son of a bitch.
What's so
Don't
hard
try
about
and lie to me?
What's so hard about putting some damn cayenne?
Yeah.
Look.
Well, we don't. We just want to make the one chicken patty and then just repurpose it with a sauce.
Scalable.
It's not the same.
Indeed, not the same. That's why Chick-fil-A is still the king on the spicy patty as well.
That or Wendy's.
There we go.
Wendy's has got those bomb spicy chickens too.
Wendy's has got to crank up the spice because their chicken patty reminds me of when Clark digs in National Lampoons into the turkey, and it's like, it's like the air.
It's a little dry, but I will say that they get the spice right. Like it'll kick your mouth.
It makes you feel something.
Yeah.
Why haven't you guys done like a food night where you guys just bring in food from your favorite fast food and just sit and talk about it?
Why don't we just do a fast food podcast?
Because unfortunately, it's by the time you get home, it's already 8 minutes past when you should have ate it to begin with, and you gotta drop it in for a 15-second nuke. They get away with this because we're never able to congregate and talk. The food is just so garbage, so quick.
Hey,
I just want to eat.
once COVID's over, I'm gonna go sit in the McDonald's and I'm gonna get refills on that fresh McDonald's Coke, and I'm gonna squirt my ketchup right into those little paper cups. Right into the cups. You can't get
Double
that at
cup
home.
it.
You can't get that at
Double
home.
cup it.
At this point, if you got a large fry, you're power moving it and doing 2 lids and just covering that thing.
You just do 18 cups.
It's just I'm just dragging the ketchup river with my fries. Well, I don't even know the last time I got fries at McDonald's. We digress. Over here on the channel, there'll be Rime of the Frost Maiden on Saturday. And then next week, we've done our session 0. We will be picking up in the land of Eberron. We will be teasing all sorts of goodies for our Eberron campaign. I am pumped because I got some maps for that I have been waiting to use for a long time. You guys will get introduced to our characters over the week, and we'll be back to getting multiple D&D. And it's going to be a little bit interesting. I wanted to get another show online a little bit quicker, but I can tell you that most of my free time is going to be consumed importing things into Foundry now. So that's where you'll be able to find me while I daydream about hunting Mons with Radio, as he's going to surpass me now that I don't have just open free time to Mon hunt whenever the hell I want.
I stayed at level 2 just for you. We'll go to level 3 together when you have time.
No, bro, you got to get to level 9 hunter. What are you doing? Get going.
So kind.
Oh my God. Yeah, I think it scales at least. Like, I think it, but who knows? We'll find out. We'll find out. We need to pick up where we left off last week. Dun, dun, dun. Coming off of Gitzi's run-in with multiple members of the Rivington Rats getting up close and personal with Kingpin Ferald himself. You were able, through an excellent bout of rolls, to avoid all confrontation, retrieve the reeds that you needed to disrupt partially what the river rats were doing, and also free some of the bodies in the bottom of the Cheyenne-Thar River, multiple of which you saw tossed over, connected to those millstones. You're able to make your way back towards the very sleepy owl, rendezvousing with Gresham, loading up into barges covered in sardines, headed into the port of Brampton, sneaking yourselves into the city. Well, I physically thought way too hard about what it would like to be buried in this stinkfish, and tried to lose my own shit and constitution. I also reflected that in incredibly poor rolls, with Jinrid almost passing out and dying inside of said barge. It took everything not to show up dead before we were dragged back through the water, dredged, and pulled up into a secret passage. Smugglers' tunnels underneath the port, where we are currently held inside of several holding rooms. Able to grab some creature comforts, though, with Asher's new spell. Inside the comforts that have been laid out before us, we pick up there with our new items. Everybody make sure you get that long rest.
Gitzi realizes that it's about time to wake up and whatnot, but she chooses to bury into the sand instead. Not a morning person. She just kind of pulls herself back in, almost trying to blend and look like a mound of sand at this point.
So, do you guys like it?
Do we like what?
The sanctum.
Well, I mean, it's okay for a sanctum, I guess.
It's lovely and reminds me of home. She's gonna yell from underneath the sand. It's quite muffled, so I'm not sure if you can hear it, but that's the sentiment.
Well, that's good. But like I said, if I get some more time, I just figured it out, so I might be able to make improvements as I go.
It's real nice, kid. Feels like freedom again.
Yeah.
If I could make maybe one request, I don't. This fist is nice, but I don't exactly know where to punch a fist.
Well, you asked for a fist.
Well, I guess that you didn't. I didn't know I'd be punching one. But I mean, this is a very nice fist. Don't get me wrong. But where is the critical spot? Where am I aiming? Am I at the thumb? At the middle finger?
Always the middle finger, I think. That's always the critical spot. Probably, yeah. It's like the nose. Don't you want to aim for the nose?
Yes, well, the nose is a very vulnerable spot on the face.
So maybe the middle finger could be the nose of the fist.
I will give that a try. As he goes back to try to punch the middle finger of this giant fist.
Jinrid's still out cold.
How long should we let Sleeping Beauty sleep for?
I mean, how much longer do we have in here? I mean, a little bit still, yeah?
It's the last time we checked the door.
Well, they gave us food and some drinks a little while ago, but I don't know.
Well, I'll worry about that if they come to kick us out. This is kind of a nice place to stretch out.
We won't hear them if they do. They can't. Well, they can't hear. I guess we could hear out, but like they can't hear in. So I guess it would probably be okay. They also can't really see in either. It's probably actually would look really weird if you're on the outside looking in.
This looks like
I'm gonna go
inside.
check just in case. Like walk out like through the darkness, just like back out into the room.
Kick over the empty cans of Surge. Step on a Lego. N64 controller damn near takes you out, but it's okay.
Yeah.
We leave our figurative blanket fort of awesome. Roll an investigation check.
See if this works.
It works.
It does.
It works.
It works. It works just fine.
Oh,
That's a chef's kiss if I ever saw one. That's beautiful.
I said it once, I'll say it again. I am the greatest player to ever live.
Well,
Put another tally up on the spreadsheet, Mud.
Well,
New tabletop. Same Adam.
at least we know it's calibrated correctly. You know?
Now wait. That's a 5. I stubbed my toe. From the bed frame.
Go ahead and give yourself whatever kind of awkward situation you want to lead up into trying to check this door handle.
at least the rest of us don't see it.
Yeah, you don't hear it either. I like walk out, but I like misgauge it, and then like I'm too far to the left, and I like stub my toe.
Oh, when you stub your toe, you fall forward just to the right spot where you slip, going in head first. As you literally push past that pie safe opening, you are stuck. Like you're in the stocks right now. Head out.
Okay. All right. Okay, I can't let anyone see me like this. It's just like trying to. I'm just like stuck, and I'm like, okay, I just did something really cool. I can't. Okay,
Roll a strength saving throw.
Help me, step bro.
help me, step bro. Oh.
No. No.
It's a 10.
Not able to get yourself free from this door. However, you do push forward just enough you could realize that it is unlocked. As you push the door out just a little bit. Roll a perception check.
19.
As you're pushing with your head still stuck out, one of your horns just kind of digging a divot into this old wooden door. Turning your head sideways just enough, you're able to make eye contact with a younger female with a large bowl of freshly kneaded bread that's about to head over to the kitchen. As you make this awkward eye contact, as she
Hi, that smells good. Do you got any butter? I'm a little stuck.
Make anyone comfortable.
That's probably awkward.
I want you to roll a persuasion with disadvantage for that butter ask.
Grease me up.
Oh, all right, yeah. 15.
She takes one step up as she's laughing to herself. And then she turns back around.
I'll wait here.
Are you really stuck?
Oh, no, I just was, no, I was asked to clean the entry thing here, so it's fine. You know what? I'm I'm good. I'm gonna like try to like inch the door back closed, like trying to like back up, like I'm good, like I'm good. I'm just gonna like inch the door back closed.
Go ahead and make another strength saving throw.
Oh yeah, this will be good. Yeah, 8.
8.
I'm so strong.
You begin backing up, head still cocked. She sets down that massive bowl of dough, and with a big grin on her face, just a little bit of hair protruding down that's not put up in a bun, makes her way over and just kind of squats down, looking at your predicament, just shaking her head. You're incredibly lucky. As she pulls out a stick of butter.
You know, some would say that I'm rather unlucky. But yeah, I mean, I am lucky that you were here. What is your name?
My name is Elise.
Elise. That is a lovely name.
Just hold.
I'm not going anywhere. I can promise you that.
Do you mind? I'm gonna have to grab your horn here.
Oh, that. Oh yeah,
you're
that's
kind
fine.
You're kind of stuck in the door.
Yeah. Okay. You know, I just realized I actually, I can cast magic, and I just realized I could probably get myself out of this, but we've gone this far that I feel like we should. I'm Asher. It's nice to meet you, Elise.
You just hang tight there, Asher. Just.
Hanging is what I can do.
She begins to warm the butter with her hands to grease your neck. Anybody else coming out of
Nope.
No.
Anybody?
Still punching a fist.
I'm starting to miss the kid, but I haven't quite started to miss him that much yet.
You don't have like a sixth sense singing like,
He's probably stuck somewhere getting buttered up.
With a freshly buttered up Asher. Go ahead and give me your choice. Strength or dexterity saving throw with advantage now that you're greased.
All right.
yeah.
15. Dex.
15, you're going to be able to dislodge yourself. Butter running down your chest now.
Ew. I'm gonna have to.
Here, just take this. And she hands the rest of the butter over to you in your hand.
Oh. Thanks. You got. I appreciate your help.
I'll just act like I didn't see that.
Oh, yeah, that would be appreciated. If my friend saw that, it would have been really bad.
Take care, Asher.
You too, Elise. Thank you again. I appreciate it. You make good bread. Just like turn and walk away. Just like thinking to myself, you make good bread? Then I go like immediately to like the wash closet, and I'm just like trying to get rid of all the melted butter on me.
Real smooth.
That's exactly
First
how I
girl
thought.
you meet in the city.
Guys, I am a beacon for love.
It's like how I met your mother.
Man, Arc 2 is saucy.
Smooth as butter, baby. Smooth as butter, literally.
Now, was this regular butter or was this like seasoned butter? Like artisan butter?
This was the
Cottage cheese.
Like we got like salted butter. Is this like rosemary butter?
This is straight up salted sweet cream, man.
Oh, that's so good. What a waste.
No, I mean he's still got half
Not
of it in
a
his
waste.
hand. He's got some hand butter.
I'm bringing it in.
You could have Misty stepped.
I could have any time. I noticed that, but it was way more fun to do it that way. So I went with it. But halfway through, I looked over and I'm like, I have Misty Step, but nope, we're here.
Covered in butter. One of the
Yeah, you know, look.
You make choices in life.
Well, things I get to type in the main sheet. Elise from Brampton. Baker who greased Asher's neck to get unstuck from door.
No, you have to say buttered his neck.
Buttered his biscuit, if you will.
Yeah, very different.
That'll be an important NPC to come back to, I'm sure.
She makes great bread.
In the meanwhile, I after cleaning myself, I walk back in with this like little thing of partially melted butter. And I'm like, just like walking in.
Guess he's gonna notice the smell and pop her head out of the sun. Did you bring food?
Just butter.
He brought butter. I can smell it. You smell it.
The door is open.
Butter.
And they left us some butter for the bread that we'll have when we leave. Here.
Aelun's gonna come over and just kind of be walking around you, just sniffing you like, yes, but why did you rub it all over yourself?
Oh no, I spilled a little on me. That's all. I was.
You spilled a lot on you.
Well, look, it's
all over you.
You try going through the veil of pure darkness and being fine.
Is it good to eat? She's gonna try to take it from you.
Yes, absolutely.
She's gonna bite it. She's just gonna eat it. Just
go
small
for
chunk.
the butter.
Some people really like eating butter. No one judge.
You just lurch over and eat that chunk out of his hand.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Just
whole
like
thing.
a little turtle snap. No,
Okay.
no, just like a bite of it.
Quarter stick.
Yes, just to get a taste of it and let it melt on my tongue.
Yep, you're welcome. That's. I had a feeling, Gitzi, that you would like butter.
Just a turtle gumming the stick of butter.
Butter is delicious, okay? I know you guys apparently just sometimes. It's a nice taste. Especially if it's a nice salted butter. It's very good.
Imagining that and then seeing her token's face is just
I've been staring it down the whole time over here.
That's my guess.
That's what you're getting.
reminds me of Yes Man.
That's exactly
it's
why
good to have some butter to loosen up the old joints.
She just lurches her neck forward and bites down. Very good.
As I come down from my perch, I go over to Asher. Kid, you're a terrible liar. If you ate all the bread, that's fine. I did the same thing if I was hungry, but leave the butter there next time. Don't bring it in. It makes you look guilty.
Right.
It's all right. You'll learn.
Roll an insight check, Josiah.
Oh, insight. Where are you, insight?
Between history and intimidation, duh.
It's not coming to my face right now. Yeah, it's about what I figured. Total assumption.
Asher, you've done just a good enough job to conceal your butter necklace.
Nice. I am the master of all. So, the door is open now, though. I opened it. So if we want to go, we can. Or if we want to wait a little bit longer for Jinrid, then
I think Jinrid's awake. You smelt your butter.
Yes, it's quite alluring of a smell.
Hey, bring more food. Smells good.
ate the bread.
It's we don't have any more bread or butter, but maybe we could get you a sardine or two.
That was mean.
Fuck you. Balloon.
We are by the sea. Some fresh fish would do you good.
Fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Well, big day in the city, eh?
Time to get up and get some fresh air.
Yeah. The new digs are nice, Asher. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I've got other things I'm working on too. I'm always working on stuff.
Yeah.
Well, are you working on what you'll do when you get to the center of the city?
I don't know what I'm gonna do when I get there. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to, but I'm sure that something will happen that is going to be what not in the right direction, a sign or something. I think, maybe. I don't know, but we're one step closer. We're now inside the city, and we can work our way there.
Right. Well, we do have a bit to go, so. Oh goodness. Does this thing just disappear or something? Do we have to step out? Or
I mean, you can exit, or I can just make it go away. Like, and he'll just like wave his hand, and it just like everything just disappears.
Oh, that seems so much nicer.
Did you learn that in a book?
Yes.
It must be a very good book.
Well, it's the one it's one of the ones I've been working on. But
the same one that told you how to find out if something is a necklace or not? The same book?
Sort of.
That's incredible.
Magic is more than just a book, though. You have to understand it and be able
There's
to
two
do
books?
it. No.
More?
There's lots of books.
How many books?
Lots. Have you heard of a library?
Yes, of course I've heard of the library.
Okay. Have you ever been in a library? Oh, yeah. Well, next time go to the library, and there's all kinds of books in there, and you'll see. Yeah, you'll never go, but that's fine.
No, I won't go.
We should go though, maybe out the back way and not the front way where the kitchen staff's probably working.
I gotta go take a piss. Will you guys go be weird somewhere else?
Mm-hmm.
Jinrid is trying to get out of this. While you guys are at the front door. So weird. God. I'm making my way over to the more than likely just a chamber pot in the room. Good luck with that. It smells like asparagus in here.
Oh. Thanks for that thought.
Yeah, that was. I could imagine that one.
Cool. That's good.
We've been subsisting on a diet of sardines and butter, so I would imagine it's more of a fatty, meaty pungency to it.
To the door. We leave.
I'm already there. I'm backing my shit up.
All right. Oh, Josiah, don't forget to put on that cloak before we leave. Wouldn't
Already got it.
recognize you.
Already got it covered. As I pull the coat down, it's everything you would think it would be from Josiah. It is a human version of himself.
Yeah, what would that be?
He's about 6 feet tall, well groomed, hair still braided in dreads down into his beard with little baubles hanging from it. Coat very similar to the wearing coat that he wears, so he's almost twins with the coat that Aelun is wearing. Pretty standard get up. Pretty good looking dude in his own mind. And some features.
Not so bad looking.
Jinrid looks at you for just a minute. Just shakes his head and walks out the door.
What's that about?
Hey,
Look
Lou
fantastic.
Actually, he'll rush to follow Jinrid, and he'll be like, Jinrid, that was very nice work with aggression. How did you pull off the lottery thing?
I could do any time. I got lucky.
Oh, but you're telling me that was all luck?
Welcome to the story of my life, Aelun.
You mean you can't fix the lottery at all? Not
No,
even a little?
I got lucky. I
that's
literally outlotteried the lottery.
Well, I don't think I would mention that to him the next time that we meet.
I don't plan on mentioning to him ever. Actually, I never plan on seeing him again.
Yes, that's probably for the best. Either way, very good work.
He gives you the thumbs up as he just turns and he looks like shit. He's even got a little stagger to him. It's like a hobo Johnny Depp that he's got going on at the moment. It's at any point in time where he's got a place to like lean or hang out, he is, and he's just taken off down this cold, wet corridor underneath God knows whatever.
Careful at the doorway entrance. That's where I spilled the butter. Like step over it.
Bullets.
Dexterity saving throw for myself. Oh, yeah, I found it. There's the... So I just kind of tiptoe around it. Yeah, he's not gonna lie. It looks like they were making candles out here. What were you doing?
It was an accident.
So, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I'm going to go down one of the hallways. Do my own little navigating. Oh, you don't want to go down that way. That's the bakery. I can smell it. I don't feel like getting hit with a rolling pin today.
Yeah, no.
Get any bread
We
from
we
earlier?
shouldn't go that way though. We don't want to interrupt their work.
Just a small piece before we go. We don't know if we're going to get food again.
Gitzi, we're in the city. There's literal food everywhere.
But this is free food.
This was not free, Gitzi. This was a price. And
Well, we already paid it. Like a buffet, you get as many plates before you leave. Fine. But one of you owes me a roll of bread then somewhere else.
roll a persuasion check. It's like being held hostage by your grandmother by going to Ponderosa.
Yes. 15. Someone owes me a roll of bread and butter.
Jesus, Asher, what the fuck did you do with the bread?
Time to come clean, kid. You ate it, didn't you?
Go
Okay,
get her. Go get her some bread. You did this. You're the one who ate it.
No, look, it wasn't. There.
I mean, obviously, you used half the stick over here by the door in some weird.
That's a
I'm
lot
gonna
of
eat
butter.
bread and butter before I go back inside ritual.
Okay, all right. Okay, I'll see if I can get some bread. Just wait here, cause because we caught.
If you see any.
Okay, well I won't be picky. Okay.
But if you can,
Just
you can.
wait here, okay? I'll be right back.
Hey, Jen, you think this was some kind of like ritual thing where he's from? This eating sloppily in the hallway?
The young individual. I don't want to know what he does with butter when he's left to his own devices.
Oh God, I didn't even think about that.
What do you think he had to throw the bread away? Couldn't have ate it that quick. Been stuck in a room.
Brothel.
First thing, just knock that shit out.
I'm gonna take this.
Apparently, that's what he needed this morning. Oof. Kid's got a bit of a die. Well, I have to remember that.
Red Devil of Baldur's Gate. He's got to get it out somehow, you know?
I cast Fireball. I want to go get some actual bread now. Maybe. I'm gonna like treat my way down the hallway.
You don't need to tell us what you're doing. You can keep that between you and yourself.
As you head back over towards those stairs that lead up to the bakery. Oh God, it does. It smells awesome. Lots of clanking going around in there. Sounds like a very, very busy room. You keep going up the steps.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Kind of go up, and then if there's like a door, I just try to like peek through the door.
Roll a perception check. Keep on creeping on.
15.
15. You kind of leer like some sort of cave troll staring out into the kitchen. You can see Elise is indeed there. Currently, they're making individual meat pies, and you can smell, oh God, it's venison and onion right now, and it is just perfect. As you can tell, there's an older woman over there mixing just a large vat of the filling and gravy, and Elise is currently crimping the actual pie containers, laying down that first layer of dough.
I'm gonna send a message to Elise.
Oh God.
Keep on
like
creeping
it.
on.
Do it.
Asher
Better
is
than hiding behind the door.
so out of his element. Elise, do you have any extra bread? My companions want some, and I didn't grab any earlier because of the incident. Also, I'm at the door and I don't know if I should come in or not.
You just spoke it into her head instead of knocking?
Yeah.
Yep. Yes, he did. Wisdom saving throw for Elise. Coming in.
Didn't you learn anything from the game of saving throws? You don't just talk in people's heads without their permission.
That did not go well.
Oh, Gitzi for Elise.
Oh, what? I didn't do anything.
Wait, what?
Oh, I had your token highlighted, so it's.
Oh.
I guess.
I give the benefit to Elise.
Weird.
Grandmother's guidance. Call that one.
I like it.
13. She just immediately is just shocked, like totally startled, like pushes like the the entire pie and container back. What is it, dear? What is it? Nothing. It's just I thought I heard something. She's gonna roll perception. Nat 20.
Ah, damn.
Just at the door.
Wasn't the first voice whispered into her head. I feel sorry that she's been through this before.
Most of the voices in my head are mean.
Well, maybe
Like-
yours will be the first nice one.
Instinctively looks to the door and sees what color are your eyes? Do you have yellow? Do you have yellow or red pupils? What do you have?
Yeah, they're like a fiery kind of like red. They're darker, but then yeah, they have like.
Looks over at you, staring into the room. Just shaking her head. Is this how this works?
Yes. Yeah, you're yes. This is. I'm sorry. I don't think I should go in there. But
You shouldn't be just wandering about in people's heads either. Do you think that's okay?
No, it's
No,
not
it's not.
okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you or offend you. I was just trying to think of the best way to. Forget about the. I'm just gonna go. It's fine.
It would be reprieving me if we didn't grow on this from game of saving throws and NPC agency. I know these are all big words, but maybe if you're inside my head, I can pass on a little bit of consideration. Please, don't do that again.
Right.
As she keeps angling herself over towards the door, still filling pies at an impressive rate. She's just going to try to back heel kick one of these sourdough loaves that is stacked up not too far from the door. Let's see what she's got. Little dex, little +3 action here. DC 12 to hacky sack this sucker in. Let's go. Let's go.
Skills to pay the bills.
Kicks one of those round sourdough rolls over there for it. Reaches back in over to the table and tosses one of the rolls of round, like Irish style butter just over her shoulder. Dex save for you, Asher.
Oh no!
When butter is involved, this man is a master.
There you go.
Kate has smiled.
I'm gonna butter your bread.
Change your name to the Butter Demon.
Butter and
The red butter of Baldur's Gate.
Go, you little butter devil.
Thank you again. On the outside of the door on the right lower, there's 5 silver for you. And I set 5 silver down and then just turn and leave.
That's not how this... Oh. God.
And I return, triumphant.
The man who paid for free food.
He is a rube.
Triumphant.
Triumphant.
I gave away money. It's sweet. It's sweet.
And I come back with butter and bread.
What a first date.
Very memorable.
And I just come back. I got butter and bread for you, Gitzi.
Perfect.
They're here.
Thank you. You're ever so kind. This will help my stomach from being upset later, and we won't have to take as many stops. She's gonna start nibbling away at it, kind of gumming it away.
I think I'm just now realizing for the first time that we are traveling with the elderly. Like, I've never really put this 2 and 2 together that look.
This is gonna change things. Yes.
Just trying to pay for my sins,
Yeah.
for my crimes.
Good thing that grandma can kick ass.
So
When
can
she gets
Elise,
there.
apparently. Jesus.
When she shows up.
Gets there.
Well, that's what the bread is for. It's carbs to help her get moving.
The tank that shows up last.
I think I can.
When I get to this fight, I'm gonna absorb so much damage.
I'm gonna have to, because everyone else is gonna be dead.
Perfect. I can join in as the hero at the end.
Coming back with the bread. Josiah and Jinrid are both standing near the exit door to get out of these tunnels.
Come on.
Yeah, we're going. We're going.
Eat and walk. Come on.
Well, I'm working on it. Here, just guide me. Put your hand on my shell and just kind of guide me.
I'm going to pull out my cigarette case. And I'm going to pull one of my clove cigarettes out. That's just full of angst. I'm going to offer you one, Josiah.
Why the hell not?
Do you need a light? I just produced some flame in my hand.
Thanks, kid.
Yeah.
I'm going to make my way
out
up
on the streets.
I'm getting some fresh air.
God. I forgot how strong these are.
Don't inhale all of it. Like a cinnamon stick if you do.
Yeah, I know. They got all of it. Oh, eyes are watering. Damn. Let's breathe in. I'll do this. Smooth. Thanks. All right. We're going to beat it out of this into town.
I am already
Do we know where
outside
we're
this
going?
building.
I've never been this far into the city before.
This is a real peach of a place.
I do love peaches.
Oh, yeah, probably not the analogy to make here, but there's not a whole lot in Brampton. It's kind of the shit port area. But you guys can hear those gulls and the smell where the ocean meets the Cheyenne Thar. You can see
Well, they're
all
wealthy
the different
enough.
ships lined up in port.
Look at this. They have stone everywhere. It's a different price tag when you're not walking on dirt.
Big city, bright lights.
And pretty stones.
City's been
Got
here
a
for a
thing with the
long
stones.
time.
I'm closer to them. It's hard for me to see up above. My viewpoint.
It's really big, the city.
Big and beautiful, but dangerous as hell. So try and watch your step.
Oh.
Literally watch your step in this part of town because there are people who all over the place.
Oh,
Oh, reminds me of San Francisco.
What's that?
That's a
At?
port town I've been to.
No, I read it in a book.
Maybe we'll visit that one of these days as I'm trying to strike one of my best James Dean poses.
good choice though.
Well, now that we're here, eventually we're gonna have to find a new way to make money. It is not outskirts cheap. Let's just put it that way. It may still be the slums, but there's a premium on everything here.
Now that we're here, what exactly are we going to do here?
Find a job or two.
Yes, I mean, we could find a job, but what exactly? We smuggled ourselves in here, but what exactly are we here for?
Getting the kid to the center of town.
I need, yeah.
Kid
That's
wanted to
it.
go to
Right,
center.
do it.
Kid wanted to go to center of town, so we're here.
So you think we have to get the job to do that? We can't just walk up there?
I mean, you're talking about going through Eastway. You're talking about going through steps. There's a lot of
You
A lot of
actually been
hands out
inside the
between here
walls
and there.
before.
And we look like shit.
Oh,
Speak for yourself.
You all are wearing my cloak of disguise is the only reason why none of you haven't looked like shit during periods of time.
Hey, no. I am wearing Josiah's coat. Thank you very much.
You bust out of
As he
Don't
kind
start
of
with
back and forth spins swirls the cloak, the coat.
You are so pretty when you do that.
Yes, well,
Maybe
I'm a fancy
hey,
gentleman.
I know how we can make
An
some money.
esteemed pirate.
No, businessman.
Business pirate.
Gonna die.
Asher would be
you
the
say
best
that-
dressed, but he's covered in... Wait, what? Let's drop it.
But it is a nice aroma. People.
I thought I caught most of it.
butter.
I mean, I've cleaned up after myself. I shouldn't be too bad anymore.
No, you're fine. You're fine. It's just we all know. Never mind.
What do you know?
Well,
You have all the
the-
old turtles following you around.
Gitzi's
What?
just gonna turn around, trying to form words, and then can't. Turns
Hey,
around.
Aelun, is that the first time she's ever been lost for words?
Yes, well, sometimes she doesn't talk very much when she has a mouthful of fruit.
Okay.
I mean, doesn't Gitzi normally follow me around because she's the slowest?
Well, in that case, I follow everyone around.
I don't.
But I
I'm
don't mind
confused.
following.
Wait, so
Much
you
easier
saw
that way.
me earlier in the room? That was.
I mean, we were all in the room. Yeah,
I'm elbowing.
we were all there.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that here in the street. I mean,
Growing
that's
pains.
it's something
Well,
something we
look,
say for that's tavern talk.
Yeah.
No, well, look, it wasn't. I mean, I tripped and she helped me out. I don't.
Yes,
Yeah.
listen, I think it's safe to say that we all saw whatever it is you are talking about, and let's let's move on.
You You created a
It was an accident. I didn't create a she. Why would what?
He was cleaning it and it went off in his hand.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Cleaning what? No. I got stuck.
What happens
Wait,
when
did
you
you
butter
not
the
see?
demon?
I'm confused.
It's all right. I told you, tavern talk. Now, we can either hang out here and get some dock work, or we can go up to Eastway to a little spot that I know. I used to drink and get into trouble. There may be some more lucrative opportunities up there.
Well, you're not exactly the docks, aren't you a kind of a wanted man around here?
Not
Well, that's why he looks different.
You know, certain gangs, maybe, but that's why you have no idea who the hell else I am.
Yes, I don't
do you
really
have a
care. I'm
code
just
name?
wondering if we should work here or somewhere else.
Yes, I'm David Field.
So
just one field.
the single field. David, what's it like to
Single
be able to
field.
come back to the lower city and have the rest of the bar not want to kick your ass? It's like a whole new beginning for you.
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling like you did. This Coke is absolutely wonderful. Of course, you know, once I get to the bar, then I'll probably run my mouth and I'll get us in trouble at some point. But until we get there, I mean, we can at least enjoy a few beverages.
And get us some work first.
Yeah, that's definitely a big thing. So,
He's becoming self-aware.
ducks,
Do we need the work?
Or-
How much could this place cost?
a lot.
How much gold do you have?
I mean, is that kind of the question you ask somebody
Well, I mean, if,
here
we
on the
have-
streets?
if we're all together having to get a job together, then maybe we should know how much gold we have all together.
I
If
do
we're all
have
worried
a few
about-
more coins, yes.
I don't
Let's
have
not talk
much.
about here on the street so we don't make ourselves a target.
That's actually a fair spot.
We're
yes.
holding a couple of the old tourist cups from Rivington. We filled up on the way out. Yeah, we.
More of a target than we already are.
It's got a medieval fanny pack, knee-high socks, and some white New Balances.
Camera, just taking pictures of everything.
Oh, look at the size of that rat that just ran over to that alley.
Looking at the
Rocking
map.
chair. Have you ever seen a rocking chair that big?
Well, I mean, if we have to, we can. We know there's work to be found down here, but that sounds honestly like, well, work,
Shuttling,
and I'd rather
shuttling
not.
fish.
Yeah, I'm down to
We
go
can
to
go to that tavern.
wherever he wants to in the Eastway.
Elf Song Tavern it is.
Perfect.
Fine, let's go.
Hey, you. No fighting anybody in my coat. You hear me?
Yes, I will take the coat off before I fight anyone.
Thank you.
Maybe just don't fight anyone unless absolutely necessary if we're trying to be.
If I'm going to fight someone, it's going to be necessary. You don't have to worry about that.
I don't. Just don't say anything. Just keep walking.
All right. Let's go.
Just make sure you don't leave me behind.
Pick up the pace, Grandma. We're in the city now. Get knocked over on the back of your shell.
They can try.
Well, I'll
Alright,
have to
I will.
stop and pick you up.
I will help her. I'm gonna go behind Gitzi and try to just like push her a little bit faster. Just like having both hands on her shell. Just
It's a good thing we have a good rapport.
left foot, the right foot, the left foot, the right foot.
Yes, I only have 2 feet. It's not that hard to figure out.
Anything else that you guys want to do at the docks before you start pushing in?
No,
So-
Aelun, did you still want me to do a little work on your arm?
Yes, I have this. I have this ingot, and well, you know, I have this chest plate, but it doesn't fit. It doesn't quite fit me.
Well,
So, yeah.
keep your ear out for that hammer sound to see if we can find a blacksmith nearby.
Do you think they will let you use their forge?
Not for free, no, but that would be something we would have to pay for. But it would be good to get some scouting for prices and to see if there are any good forges up here.
What if we stole their hammer and then we brought it back to them, and then they would be so grateful that they would give us free work?
No, I have a hammer, but that's not the problem. You need a. It's not the hammer that does the work.
Yes, but they would be so grateful that we brought back their hammer that they would say, you can use the forge for free.
No, we are not stealing. We will do our work righteously.
It's more like borrowing because we would be giving it back.
Under an impression that it was not taken by us. We will do it the right way, Aelun, or not at all.
But what if we happen to find a hammer?
What ifs, you listen, and we will do things right and have a straight conversation.
Yes, but like, what if we were just walking around and we find a hammer on the road and it belongs to a blacksmith, and then they say you can use our forge for free?
You are not allowed to find any hammers. If any hammers are found on the ground, they will be found by me.
But, you can't tell me what I can and cannot find in the middle of a road.
You cannot find any hammers. You just keep your eyes up, and I will keep my eyes down.
Don't know how you'll possibly enforce that.
Can you imagine? This is how they met. This is the world that we're a part of now.
I think I was happier on the outer city, hustling rubes for money.
I was in less vomit, which is surprising for outer city. Really, really is.
That was the nice thing about the foot. A lot of mud. You really couldn't tell what you were walking in.
The city's just so much work.
You believe suckers actually want to live here?
Well, that's the one good thing. There should be a lot of suckers.
Yep.
Let's go do this.
After you, good sir.
Roll a survival check. Long time since you've traveled from Brampton to Eastway.
20.
Oh God, yeah, you're +9. Let's go.
Oh, that's wrong. That's the wrong one. That was stealth. Nah, never mind.
Oh,
That 20 was there. Crap. Watch it roll by. That's only going to be a 2. Never mind.
from glories to rag.
Yep.
Oof.
I know where it is.
It's here in the city.
It's here in the city. It's
In the city.
I think there was a door.
yeah. 2-story place, door, eerie music coming out of it. Hell, I was drunk most of the time I was in there anyways.
How many times did you actually drink here?
Let's see. Shore leave was about 7 days while being shaken down by the watch. I spent all 7 days, 6 days here, and then that other trip to the lantern was not as beneficial.
I'm ready to drink anyway. As we begin to push from the outskirts, leaving what is mainly an industrial area inside of Brampton, pushing past the transient cats, rats, and sewage pouring out into the bay. Josiah, you're able to get us past and clear the fish market out of the warehouse district. What's going through your head as you see many familiar places once again? This time now in disguise and with a crew.
It kind of feels like the first time I landed here. Little jubilation, little cockiness. got an unearned strut, I guess is the best way to put it. Kind of walking like I know exactly where I am, and the city is under my rule. Spots that I can remember eating. Couple of ladies of the night over there. It's a good time. It's funny, after being on the outer city for so long, I still remember it so vividly, considering I was so drunk the entire time. Part of me actually wants to go check where we moored, see if the ship's still there, but I know it's not.
With those
Feels
thoughts
good and scary all at the same time.
going through your head, go and roll one more survival check as you lead us through the city.
14.
You'll be able to get us there with ease. Not many holdups either. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning right now. Coming off of being decently fed throughout the night, you guys aren't being crushed by hunger, but you should certainly eat something.
Except for me, because I had my bread.
Very true. Very true. All of us crossing the sets of cobblestone. You can hear the merchants as we get closer to Market Square. As we push past, you're able to come to a 2-story building. Largely elegantly built, but somewhat dilapidated. It's got a good wear and tear to it. Dark mahogany beams line the outside. If you've ever made those strolls through old Europe and seen the really, really old buildings, most of which are old taverns on their 17th, 18th landlord, you finally have the Elf Song Tavern in your eyes. I'm gonna let you guys go grab the quick break and grab a new beverage before we go in. Yes, I took the map out, guys. Booyah. Oh man, thank you guys for putting up with us today. It is a absolute struggle bus over here mechanically, but we're having a good time. We're RPing around it. We're doing our best. Ta-da! New maps are slick, man. It's cool seeing all the little animations and critters crawl around.
The critters are what's the most distracting. Like the cats, the rat watching the sewage pour into the water. The birds. This is the map is so hypnotically alive. I love it.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of like a slight bit of isometric to it. Yeah, this is one of the dynamic dungeons maps. Little shit going on all over it. The sewage over here though kills me. Just dumping over there.
Classic.
Yummy.
Yeah, so we're cobbling through. There's a lot of in Foundry you run off modules, so you got modules on modules. So we're learning what breaks things, what doesn't break things. It's a learning. It's a learning curve like any new VTT is, but it does have the capability of running really cool stuff like this. We wouldn't be able to do this on a hosted platform. That is a faux show. Yeah, we had to right now. Whenever you guys hear the music, for some reason, Roll20 dies after every single song that I play. And I don't know why right now. We have no idea. They're experiencing a lot of congestion during prime time. And I got to do something. So you can imagine, I have 5+ years of DMing of maps, tokens, music that I'm able to pull from that are inside. And it really just kind of exposes me to where if like something happens, you kind of shit out of water. So I really need to have a couple of platforms.
Yeah. Roll20's been struggle bus a little bit lately, so. But Foundry is really cool, especially as we get more and more familiar with it and the stuff we can do and all that.
Oh yeah, it's figuring out. It's just time in. It's just time in platform. What's killing me right now is I'm trying to do things, but like I can't. It's like having one of your arms tied behind your back.
Yeah, my luck followed me over. Yeah, that's it. Super lucky.
Oh man, look at there. Freaking Belle's loving up on mud.
That never happens. Ever.
Mud and dog.
Who are you? What have you done with Mudcat? I am Rook.
What's that?
She's usually trapped in the room with the door shut.
Making a break for it.
Oh, he's your puppy.
Likes when I annoy her. After 11 years, she loves this.
Took 11 years to get there, but we finally made it.
Yeah, so Foundry it's a one time, and then if you want to put it out and get it hosted, you can do that. You can put it on your own server and go the AWS route, or you can go through the Forge, which is the actual creator of D&D or Beyond 20, the extension. They do the one-stop shop hosting on it. So if you host it, it's like Roll20 where it's out there. You have you got a cloud server, you got data caps and whatnot. Right now we're running with my PC as the server, so we're able to do cool shit like animated maps, because this runs like our video conferencing. That's why our video conferencing looks awesome in the way that it does.
So I found another thing in the custom dice settings. You can add special effects to certain dice rolls.
Oh,
so
yeah.
If you go to your custom dice and then you go over to the special effects tab, you can type the dice type the result. So if you wanted it to be like a 7, and then you could choose the effect, like I have a white glow on for nat 20s, or particles, magic vortex. I don't know what any of these look like, but there's even sounds you can trigger, animations, particles, and sounds.
Yeah, the cool custom dice is like our favorite part right now.
Glass impact. What's that gonna look like? I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm telling
this
you,
is
chat. It's crazy.
the dice mod that we use is called Dice So Nice. It's the one that everybody uses on here, but it is awesome.
I mean, look at this thing. Oh yeah,
Fancy.
sexy.
Doesn't even look real.
Dread. I watch on 160 to save bandwidth. Can't notice the birds. True.
At least you can
True.
hear him.
Just make your screen very, very small so that it looks HD. It's just very small.
Yep.
That's what I do.
All right, I'm gonna go grab my beverage because I need one. BRB.
The wit.
Good luck.
I just want to roll a 20 so I can see what this
keep
effect looks
rolling.
like. Come on, 20. Yeah. Oh,
You know what? You won't roll a 20. You won't do it.
Yeah, somebody tell him he can't roll a 20.
Because he
now we're
sucks.
getting closer.
Oh, there's 120 right. Oh, it's
Hey.
going around.
Hey,
Oh,
you
it
see?
flashed white.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
set up that special effect. That wasn't very cool though. All right, the white's out. We're doing something different. I don't like it. Special effects. I think I'm gonna have to do a particle effect. Some sort of magic vortex. Yeah. That seems like that's the one.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
That's the one. Oh yeah, these are dice. So I set these dice up. They've got all sorts of different settings. I set it as a custom set. These are marble textured chrome material with purple and green lines. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Crazy for
But they have all sorts of
you.
different themes you can choose. Like you could have like acid theme or fire or water. Like they all look cool. And you can just do your own custom thing too. They've got wood.
It's
They've got
really cool.
They got stars. They got water. They got all sorts of stuff.
This is what we use on our Ram of the Frostbane campaign on Sundays.
Is it?
Yeah, our DM. We don't go into the game, actually. He's the one that kind of controls everything, but he uses Foundry, and it's really cool. Can add really cool effects and that kind of stuff.
How do you change the color under the settings without knowing the hex code?
You just click on it.
Oh, it's not.
Figure settings, module settings, my dice.
It's not
So
letting
if you just click on the colored bar, click on the bar.
I am.
Oh, there it
It
is.
should make a pop.
Oh, there's vortex.
Oh, that was cool.
Oh.
Oh.
What happened?
It says there's a light purple vortex swirling around the D20.
Oh, I missed it. Damn it. Can you re-trigger it?
No.
be
each one of these is a different instance. So I actually see my dice rolled different on my screen than you see on yours, but the result is always the same.
Oof, close. There's too many dice. Clear the dice.
20.
Oh
Come
my
on.
god.
Ah. These dice hang out a while, don't they? There it is.
Oh.
There's the vortex.
Ooh, nice. Okay. I could dig that. What else we got here? What else we got?
Yeah, well if
You
there's
can
a
change how many
fireball effect
seconds.
on a 1, that's
You
what
can
we'll
change-
do.
Yeah. You can change how many seconds it stays out. Milliseconds before hiding.
I want glass impact. What is that? Like shattering glass.
Probably.
That'd be dope. Come on, give me 20. Close.
Well, I'm increasing my animation speed.
Did you figure out how to change the color?
No.
You didn't have like a pop-up window that showed you the colors?
throwing speed. Let's go strong.
Oh God.
Strong.
Strong.
Just give me another 20.
Oh,
Come
did
on
you
now.
see that just fly in there?
Come on now. Oh, one more 20. Let's go.
This is it, chat. This is the rest of the stream.
Bombarding. This is overwhelming.
I just want to see the broken glass effect.
I wish it would roll in a different angle. Oh, there's a 20. Oh, it didn't.
Oh, you didn't have effect on yours though.
I thought I turned one effect on.
You gotta save it, or it doesn't happen.
This hates
Yeah,
me.
you gotta save after everything. You'll
Oh, and
You'll
that
learn the
save
hard way.
changes.
Yeah, I forgot to give you the preface on that.
All that rolling.
All right, let's try to not break my tabletop on night one. If you guys could refrain yourselves for a minute. Yep. Children.
I didn't do it.
Children. Children, children,
Smash a
children.
glass of
It was all Mudcat.
Little raptors testing the fence.
Yep.
Reel it back in. Oh my God, I can't. This, yeah. It keeps breaking over here. Driving me
music?
nuts. No, it keeps. I'm hiding the UI on what chat sees, and as you little raptors test the fence, you keep breaking things within the module and causing me to try to fix them. And now I'm just not going to fix them.
I don't hear music if there is music playing, so that's good.
You need to have your Roll20 open.
Do.
I do, and I don't hear music either.
Oh,
Guess I'll refresh.
yeah. So if you ever just don't hear music, that means you also need to refresh.
Fantastic.
Yeah, have fun with that.
Clever girl.
All right. You guys currently have been navigated into the front of the Elf Song Tavern. Short work, but Josiah has gotten you here.
Gitzi, if you're hungry, you're gonna love the sandwiches. They're also known for the pickles for some reason. Fish ain't bad.
Pickles.
Yeah.
I do love good pickles. Get your vegetables in. It's very smart.
Yeah, it's salty, briny as hell, and delicious.
That sounds delicious. Perfect. Now, are we too far away?
From the buffet table?
Yes.
Door's right there.
Food. Oh. It's a little hard for me to see around everyone. You'll have to forgive me.
Jinrid goes, I'm not standing out here, as he puts one of his clove cigarettes out and opens up that door and begins to pass through.
What do you know? There is a door to this place. Looks like you remembered it well.
After you, Gitzi.
Sure, make the old one go first.
I was trying. Never mind. Try to be courteous.
It's fine. I've lived long enough. She'll go ahead and walk in.
It's because you're too slow getting to the fight.
I've lived long enough. I'll go in, sure.
Ooh.
Hello? Oh.
God, this is so cool. I'm freaking out, chat.
As you all push in, you can hear the crackle of hearth and fire. And a siren song that echoes out from a room that is only lit by small blue globules that float above the air. Small candles and that hearth providing the only other light, even with this in the middle of the day. It is distinctively different than anything else you have experienced for a tavern.
Do you hear that?
It's angelic.
It's the elf song.
This is the elf
Goodness.
song?
Yeah. You notice there's no other music. Just that.
You have found one of the most beautiful places.
I always liked it.
Honestly, I was starting of a rough and tumble sort of place where you flip tables, but this is just delicate.
Well, there's plenty of table flipping come, later on the evening. Don't let this cool, calm interior fool you. There's been some rowdiness in here that I've seen. Lunch crowd's a little more tame. But not too tame. Still watch your ass.
Right. Do we seat ourselves?
And yes, you know that you do seat yourself.
Yep, find an open table.
Perfect. This one right in the middle should be the best, right? Then we can all see everything around here.
With it being not quite lunchtime yet, plenty of open tables so far. Roll a perception check.
Nine.
You're just taken aback to hear the song one more time. You don't even spend time looking around to see if you recognize any people here. You realize they wouldn't recognize you right now anyway. So you just get lost in that song again. Anyone else rolling perception checks?
I will roll to see what I can smell or hear in the area. Oh, that's a 12.
I rolled a 16.
$16. You can see most of the tables are currently empty. There's a few old salty dogs that stand up by the bar. One particular half elf polishing glasses back behind it. You can smell, just another array of fresh food. It's a wonderful dichotomy from being on the outskirts. When you're on the outside of the city, you don't get to focus and hone in on particular spices. Everything's so much more practical. Being inside the city affords more spices, more unique flavors, more unique ingredients. And there is a lot of meat, Aelun. A lot of meat. But also strong waft of vinegar that fills the air. Not too far behind it, twist of dried and smoked fish. As you guys sit at your table, you walk past, you can see a massive bread bowl. What you think is a bread bowl is it looks almost like a French dip. Maybe some lovely onion soup that fills up. You realize it's just a cheese sandwich by itself. 2 large pieces of that sourdough cut, bubbling over with that perfect brown cheese across it.
This is city living.
As I have to admit that this is a nice place you picked here.
It's quite exquisite. She's going to lean a little closer. How expensive is this?
Sort of middling. Somewhere in between.
Make sure the coins in our pocket stay mostly in our pocket.
Ale's cheap.
Watch out.
He's looking past a small menu that's laid out on the table. Only a few copper for a tankard of the house ale.
Good.
Stouts go for 4. Wine for 5. In particular, you see a couple more bread bowls that pass through with just an alluring stew. One of the house favorites that you have known for some time, Josiah, at only a silver piece per mug and 2 extra copper for one of those bread bowls. It is the staple of the city.
That right there, that's what you want. Stew, bread bowl. Silver, couple of copper. Wash it down with whatever you want to drink.
That sounds fantastic. We should all get one then, at least.
That's what I'm having.
Perfect. I will take one as well.
Stew
Yeah, I
actually
will as
sounds
well.
really good right now.
Yes, that would-
Something warm
be
for
great.
the belly.
And it's one of those classics where every good stew made from the bits and pieces of leftover from the night before, but one of my favorites, in particular, a rib tip chowder that one of my favorite barbecue places makes, absolutely kills it with those tips in a hearty, almost chili consistency of a stew, full of delicious chunks. Josiah, you know to go ahead and place those orders up with the old tavern keep.
Ale for everybody as well?
I'm fine with some water.
Ale it is. Everybody else?
Seriously,
Fine.
kid,
I
you don't
mean,
want to,
I'll
you don't
I'll
want to
take
drink the
an ale.
water here.
No. Cool. 5 stews, 5 ales. I'll be right back.
Nice and simple. Thank you. Let us know if you need help bringing it back.
Make my way up to the innkeeper at the bar. Wonderful day, isn't it?
And you can hear it, see them, they're just stopping and they're kind of lost in the sauce, listening to the song as well. It is a good day. She hasn't sang this long in some time. It's nice not to beg. What can I do for you?
I would love 5 stews, bread bowls, 5 ale tankards, please.
My pleasure. Roll an insight to see, not an insight, roll a perception check.
Oh, rolls tonight. 11.
Man, You feel like you've seen this half elf before, but you can't place them. Nondescript, but they're definitely younger. Maybe they weren't working here the last time that you were inside the city. But you know in particular that it's not the owner. You do know that.
Just gonna make my way back to the table. Orders in.
Ale in hand.
Josiah, who is singing? This is beautiful.
That's the Elf Song.
Mhm.
It's hard to describe. It's like a ghost.
Do you know the words? Could you sing it? I know you've sang it a few times.
I've drunkenly sang words that I don't understand. I'm not that drunk right now. I don't know. Listen to it. It's a sad song.
It makes you feel, doesn't it?
Oh, it's cool. It's in chat. You can go anytime you want to.
There are the words. That's definitely what I would have thought too when I was listening to it.
I hate you so much right now. If not had enough ale, sing the song.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, we can all sit here, but as we perhaps might enjoy her voice a little solo for a while longer. No offense. I'm sure you've got a lovely baritone, perhaps.
There's a reason I don't sing, because I don't sing.
Nat 20, baby.
It had an effect on there.
Yeah.
It's a song about El Terrell. Rival city, not far from here. You know, the one that got pulled into Avernus? You hear about that? Place literally went to hell and back.
Goodness.
But this song's, that's not what it's about. It's older than that. I get it. I understand that people think that she's singing about a long lost lover, but that's not it. It's about the city. God, I can see why you could just come in here and sit for hours. Jinrid's just like lost in it with the ale almost dying overnight. It's like a semi-religious experience.
Does it make you think of a love you've had?
No. It doesn't. But it does make me, I don't know, it's a strange feeling. It's like it's comforting. It's haunting, but it's comforting, you know?
The ghost. I've never really talked to a ghost. But if you can hear me, you have a beautiful voice.
You can talk to ghosts? That's so rude.
I don't know. I just thought it. Well, we should thank her for singing.
Think about if you were dead. Would you want someone talking to you?
Yes. Well, if I'm dead, wouldn't that be like really boring?
I have no idea.
I don't know. I haven't really thought about it.
Don't think too hard.
But
Got a long way to go till that happens.
Gitzi, can you? Are you supposed to talk to ghosts?
Oh, well, I suppose it depends if they talk to you first.
I was just starting the conversation, but if she's not interested in the conversation, that's okay. I just wanted to say thank you. I thought it would be nice. She's
The sentiment
incredible.
is always kind to do. Good when it comes from a good place in the heart.
Josiah, what is upstairs? What's up those stairs? As Aelun's just looking around.
Rooms?
What kind of rooms?
The ones you sleep in?
Roll a history check to see if you can remember what was up there before.
Hell no.
Rosa on fire.
Just normal rooms? No backdoor dealings or?
It's tavern, man. It's
I've been to
drinks are
taverns.
downstairs, sleeping's upstairs.
You would be surprised how many taverns have a small fighting ring upstairs.
Okay, hey. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go up there.
Do you want to go look?
Yes.
I really, really want to drink and go wandering around in bars again. Really, really, really bad.
It's well. Listen. I don't see a sign, so there's no reason we can't go up there.
Just be polite and don't touch everything.
I would be okay. I'm curious.
Why don't you just ask the guy at the bar?
No. We would casually find out for ourselves. He might say, "Don't go there," but if we go, and he says, "Oh, you can't go there," then we could just say, "Oh, sorry."
That's how you casually get us kicked out of this place.
No. Listen, it'll be fine.
Suit yourselves.
Jinrid knows what he's doing.
I'm not following him. I'm not following them.
Table. Oh, you sure, Josiah?
I'm too in.
I'm gonna sit here with
I
you.
know. I'm too in. I gotta go. I gotta know.
Too curious to know what's up.
I could stop anytime, Chad.
Josiah, what is it like being back here for you? With new eyes, of course, too.
It's comforting. It's the most like home I've ever felt since I left home. Actually, since I left the boat, that was always kind of my home.
The boat was your home?
Yeah. Been at the sea for, going on 12 years. 10 at sea, 2 on the out.
So
Yeah,
you were, quite young when you headed out?
I'm 16.
Oh,
It's when things got rough at home. Decided to set out and forge my own path.
do you enjoy this path?
Beats the I have to put up with at home. At least out here, someone can make their own destiny.
Mm-hmm.
Even if that involves dying. Better to live.
Never traveled out, you'd never find such a song like this.
Yeah. It's nice.
Now tell me, you must have been here then when you were quite young as well.
Oh, no.
No? 16, 17 in a place like this?
No. I came here the last couple of years.
Ah, when you've matured, your tastes have become more refined.
Those Gitzi, the ports I've seen in my years on the ocean, I'll never mature. Let's just get that right out there.
You just like a variety of tastes. I've got it.
Absolutely.
It's good.
The world is my fruit stand, and I'm gonna eat that shit like Gitzi.
Now you're speaking my language. Any and all fruits. There's not a bad one, is there? They're all just different and delicious in their own ways.
There's been some pretty rotten ones, but yeah, they're.
You know, bottom of the barrel, when you're hungry, you're hungry. That's good. And what caused you to hop off the ship and stay here? It feels strange for you.
It wasn't my choice. We were literally unloading cargo. Ship got impounded. They're trying to shake us for some more coin. Had a couple of days off. The goal was never to stay in Baldur's Gate. Dump our cargo, go off, get more. Life throws twists at you. And then another twist. And then another. And here I am sitting with you right here.
Drinking, enjoying a good song.
I'm almost afraid of what's going on upstairs right now.
I'm sure they're very much in trouble. Tell me I'm wrong.
Probably not wrong.
No.
But I'll tell you right now, I'm eating my stew. They can get in that trouble. I'm eating this stew.
You know, I must say, might have judged you wrong. Just a little bit. I'm not often very wrong, but on occasion, in quiet and between very few people, I will admit it. Thought you were a bit more of a troublemaker, but I see you've got a good heart. Anyone can find good food and share it with good people. Has a good heart.
Gitzi, I'm a scoundrel. I always will be.
You say that. That's on the outside. Well, that the fake part is the outside, what you've got on. But you know, kind of like the metaphor what you're wearing now, the whole fakeness on the outside. You, though, warm fuzzy on the inside. I know it. I know it.
You sound like you need another ale.
I do, actually. Yes.
I'm going to get us another round.
Good.
Going back to the bar to get more beer for Gitzi and I and to try and figure out why I know this bartender.
As you head back up, the folks upstairs at Elf Song. Oh, look at this! It's like it's a whole other dining area up here. Oh, and you can stare down at everybody.
Yes, this is the best place to be. You get the privacy, and but you can be as loud as you want up here. Because they're not going to walk all the way upstairs to tell you to shut up.
I don't think most people are going to tell you to shut up on the main floor either, unless you're blocking somebody's.
Yes, but up here you could play quarters on the table, and no one will see if you break the glasses.
Quarters. I haven't played that in years.
Yes, well, you could play speed quarters where you have two glasses, and just try not to smash them together.
He takes out one of his copper and flicks that thing across on the table.
Oh, I see you have played before.
No spring chicken.
Maybe we could have a couple of rounds while we're up here.
I'd be down for that.
Asher, where are you going? You must play quarters with us.
I go to the fire hearth up there and just kind of like look into the flames while listening to the song.
Yes, he would probably just end up with a stick of butter anyways.
I wonder if someone's gonna melt off of him. As you stare into that fire, Asher, first thing that you notice is this one upstairs doesn't have the massive beholder up above it that the one does on the main floor. But it does mockingly have a small plush beholder that sits on its mantle. Fire's comforting. The mood even more so.
Molly song I keep hearing and she keeps singing. You see Asher would just kind of like almost get that like long distance stare as he stares into the flames and then you just see him kind of like lift his hand, and like almost to the movement and the sound of the song, you would just see like two kind of like crudely shaped flame figures, and you just see them kind of sway back and forth, and they almost dance to the song as it's going. And he just kind of sits there and watches for a bit in the fire, listening to the song, the flames dancing along. And he just soaks it in.
Aelun, go ahead and roll a perception check as well.
Is it based on hearing or smell?
No, just kind of looking around the room.
Okay. That's a 9.
You're still infatuated with the fact that we can come up here and play quarters all that we want.
There's no bartenders are gonna walk by and say you can't do that here.
I'll go ahead and roll a perception check. Well,
Hero rolls tonight, baby. Hero rolls.
I'm going to translate that nat 1 into completely getting aced in quarters with Aelun. As we just completely stop, not exploring the rest of upstairs. There's not many people up here yet at all. It's just kind of us hanging out. It's kind of like when you go to, those like double-story bars in like Disney or Universal before it gets packed. Like you're in there like literally before lunchtime, and you're drinking amongst like seas and rows of this massive bar, but like 15 minutes later the entire place is packed. I'm just absolutely intoxicated after downing this ale. Like I've been able to snag another one with a waitress that's come by and checked on us once. More. Let's go again. Aelun, again.
Yes. I mean, we could go again.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just wrecked. I come down a beaten man, but with a pretty good buzz. Hey, Asher, you gonna come back down? You gonna stare over that fire all night?
And let him look at the fire. He's busy.
All right. You win.
He's very moody.
Make my way back down to the main floor. Hey, we picked a table that's actually visible.
Gitzi, you'll never believe how bad Jinrid is at quarters.
It's just this time.
He's so bad.
You didn't break any glasses, did you?
No, not this time.
Good. That would be very rude for us to be new in this establishment and you already breaking their materials.
What did you guys do down here?
Drank, of course.
We left Asher upstairs. He's staring into the fire.
He's not going to get lost, is he?
I don't think so. There's only like a couple of rooms out there. And some tables.
If he doesn't come down in a little bit, you might have to go get him. A fire can be alluring. That boy can't get hurt by anything. You know that.
I think that he knows what he's doing around fire. I've seen it.
Well, I'm glad you trust him. That's very good to have amongst friends.
He killed a bunch of people with fire.
Don't bring that up. It was accidental.
But it was a good attack.
Do not say that. You'll be kind. Just because you may find it good, you need to pay attention to how he's responding. Read his facial expressions. Does he seem happy when he talks about that?
I honestly, I cannot tell because of all the horns.
That doesn't hide any of his
He
face.
always looks kind of angry, you know?
Horns don't make anyone look angry. You can have all the emotions and still have horns. That doesn't make any sense.
It's just I guess I am not good at reading horns.
Okay, it's time. Don't read the horns. You just don't read those at all. Look further down on his actual face. Look at his eyes. You can always trust the eyes, Aelun. Look at his eyes.
Okay, I will look at his eyes.
Good, thank you. Oh, get us another drink then.
Josiah, back at the bar. Roll another perception check.
Hot damn, 22.
In particular, when you come back up to the bar to get another round of ales, there's another half elf that's sitting up at the bar, speaking rather loudly now. You can see their hair drawn back into a half ponytail. Stark black. Next to unusually olive and tan skin. You can see bits and pieces of rigging strewn about, a very utilitarian belt, a long rapier down by their side. And that's why I need you extra hands. As you walk up to the end of this conversation.
Pardon me, I don't mean to interrupt the conversation, but I heard you may need a couple of hands.
When you see their face, roll a history check.
$15.
You stare back at the face of betrayal. The individual you're staring at is named Rorus. In particular, Rorus is a sailor that you have dealt with before. When you tried to get back up on your feet again after you lost your crew, you have fallen to Rorus's scam once before. You know that there's no extra hands here. Rorus is a smuggler. Generally recruiting a few other individuals to come and help as he ambushes a crew when they make their way in by the cover of night. In particular, you know about Rorus Korath, that he plays both sides and has for some time, and it amazes you that he's still running the same scam in one of the same haunts, but at the same time you're also happy to have survived it. As memories of you having to hide literally underneath the docks in this botched scam that he runs, Rorus thinks you're dead. Of course I could use a couple of hands. No one in this city works, and if they do, they certainly don't want to help do any of the heavy lifting.
So you have jobs that require less heavy lifting?
Work smarter, not harder, my friend.
It's a very wise thing to say. Very wise way to do business.
Oh.
What kind of smart work have you got?
Well, we have some shipments coming in. They could use a extra special touch. I'd be more than obliged to talk about it in the displacer room upstairs.
Sounds like we can have a conversation here shortly. I need to talk with my crew, see if they might be interested.
Oh, really? Crew? How many?
5, including me.
That would fit the bill magnificently.
Doesn't it always?
So, what do we say? Barkeep. I need 1 candle's worth. Displacer room. As he slides over a handful of coins, as the rooms are rented by how long the candle takes to burn down. No rush. I'll just be here finishing lunch.
Can I buy you ale for your time?
Sounds like you should be the one offering me work instead.
It's the least I can do.
I would be happy to.
This man a tankard, please. I'll go talk to my crew.
Another ale goes back on your tab. I didn't catch your name first.
David Field.
Field, not Fields. Field?
Field, singular. 1 field.
Roris Cordath. I'll talk to you soon.
You got it, Roars. I make my way back to the table. Son of a bitch. Sack of shit. Gitzi, here's your beer.
Thank you. Thank you.
Seems the same people are doing the same things they used to do around here. Now, there's work. You don't mind dying. So, guy at the end of the bar over there, Roris Corwith, he's a smuggler. Basically, ambushes other crews. Plays both sides. Really shifty dude. He's looking for a crew to do some work. He's somebody I wouldn't trust with anything. Tried to do a job for him. Ended up having to hide to save my own ass. In fact, he probably thinks I'm dead.
So we're doing another job for him.
No. I don't know if we want to or not.
What if he over? Well, let's him.
don't know how far his connections go up the ladder. Nobody is as dumb as he is and runs crews this long and stays alive without some sort of protection above him.
Unless he's now seen all of us.
He's working for somebody.
He's kicking up. Anybody that stays around long enough kicks up.
Kicks up? What does that mean?
Paying the guild healthily, probably. You let everybody else in the cut. We believe you are alone in this city. Everybody's on the take somewhere. Either you're outside the system and you do it with the guild, or you're inside and you do it with the politicians. It's all the same dirty money.
Ugh.
God knows what they shake this place down for.
Couldn't we do something more nicer, like rat extermination or something?
Oh, Gitzi, you make me laugh.
Oh, so that's not a okay. Great. Well, I'll trust your lead. You've navigated this before, and I feel quite out of water.
Not saying we can't go play whack-a-rat, but it's only a copper a tail.
Oh. You ever just feel like you have to bite your pride a little too hard to do a job to make it worth your time? But I honestly don't know if we're going to find a better deal shook out in this bar tonight. You just gotta be smart with this guy. He's not around just because he pays well. If he feels something's going south, he'll cut bait and run, leave the rest of us to die.
Oh, okay.
I know because I was one of his botched jobs.
Oh, is this going to be a little too personal for you?
Yes, if you can't keep your emotions in check, then maybe we shouldn't do it.
Hey, I didn't fight him at the bar.
Or maybe you should have.
I can keep my emotions in check.
Maybe clear the air.
I just know he's the gateway to a whole hell of a lot more if we can survive.
Well, let's do what we can, and if we need to turn and run, we'll find ourselves closer to the center of town, perhaps faster than we expected.
Or end it with the guild, or the watch, or the flaming fist, or whatever crew he's going to have us jump. We're going to be fighting people just trying to get by. Or fighting somebody who's crooked as all hell.
Don't we not
get a
fight
pick.
them at all?
Oh, that I like that option.
No,
I'm not so keen about that option.
You know, what I'm saying is, what if we give him a taste of his own medicine?
But he hasn't done anything to us yet.
Technically, he's done something to me.
Right.
He fucked with Josiah. Enough for me. What if we find out crew that he's trying to mess with? Tell
And turn
them.
it on him? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. It's rather dirty and messy, and do we know how to find them is going to be the hardest part, and in time.
There's a lot of moving parts there. Are you sure we can't just like punch him in the face? It's a very complicated plan. I feel like we could very much simplify it.
No, I actually like where Jen's going with this.
Yeah, like it. Play his game.
Okay.
I'll tell you right now, because he felt he could sell us out to make a profit to them, whoever he wants to jump, he'd do it. All right. So now we just got to get him to talk about who exactly drinking his beer. He's finishing his pie.
What are you gonna do with that candle?
That's for the room.
You got
All
that
right,
room?
buddy. You,
Do you need some butter?
No. Speaking of, where is the kid?
It was last we saw him. He was staring in very intently into the fire.
He's still up there. Someone needs to go get him now. Not
I'm
moving
sure he will be
forward
fine.
or having
Listen,
this conversation. No, he gets to be an equal decider.
I don't want to interrupt his fire time.
Well, allow him to.
let the boy be alone with his butter and his bread for a minute, Gitzi.
He has a moral compass, and if he doesn't feel comfortable with this, he has an opportunity to say something.
Well, that's fine. He doesn't have to be with the crew if that's the way that he feels.
You guys can have that talk. I'll slowly make my way upstairs. Of course, you send the old lady who will take 15 more years to get
Well,
up
that's
there.
good.
but
He'll have
I'll
enough
get
time to
it.
do his thing.
I know that you are faster than you pretend.
Fine. You guys do what you must. And I will go find the flame watcher, whatever.
The Flame Watcher.
Asher, while we're
He who
downstairs.
stares at the flame.
It's the Red Devil of Baldur's Gate. Okay.
I thought you were the butter demon.
I'm not calling.
The Butter Devil.
Nope.
Butter me up, Daddy.
I'm just like looking around, but I'm like listening. I'm trying to see if I can sense the source of the song, of the singing. Or if it just seems like it's ever present everywhere.
Roll an investigation check.
He's hell bent on talking to ghosts.
Say something to me. You want me to bring a Ouija board up?
19. I need some smudge sticks and EMF.
I need a new priest and an old priest.
I look over at Aelun. Now, I think I get what the butter was from. It's like that Dan Aykroyd scene in Ghostbusters.
I don't know. Maybe. Listen, there's a lot of things you could use butter for. Maybe he was doing like a slip and slide situation on the floor, and he didn't want to share all the fun with us.
Never thought of it like that.
Maybe like greasing himself up for like a cool running situation.
Slip and slide into a door. We're out of one.
What was your investigation check? Oh, it's great. I can just look at the stream.
19.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, 19.
So there are periods where it just feels omnipresent. And then you catch and you hold still, and you can see wisps of that ethereal, unincorporated body pass through. But it is very rare. DC 18 on that bad boy to be able to catch glimpses of this ghost.
Wow.
That's. Wow.
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 Fucking Owen Wilson fucking slayed me.
Wow. Wow. Because Asher's kind of stunned because this is the first time he's ever seen a ghost. So he's just like, wow.
It was
This is a cool fucking scene.
It was
And
very much
did the
Asher.
ghost go into a room?
The ghost hasn't gone into a room. You've seen it disappear like through the railing and dissipate like before it hit one of the walls. We'll say that's kind of like where you're staring at right now, like pass through the railing and then
Do you always sing? Do you ever talk to anyone?
silence.
Well, I don't know if you heard me earlier, but you sing really nice. But yeah, I mean, seems like you've been here a while. You know, it's okay every once in a while to like get out and that's what they told me. I don't. You're just kind of interesting, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I'm up here talking to a wall. I just want you to know that in case you don't really ever, you know, I appreciate you. It's been this is the calmest I've felt since I got here. And it's nice. Okay.
Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Oh yeah. 5.
No response back. However, you just have this feeling that it heard you, and you don't know why. You don't feel like you've been talking just to a wall. And you felt a little bit better the longer you went and the more you expressed your feelings. But nothing changes inside the room.
Gitzi's waiting off to the side, allowing him to finish his conversation.
With a wall.
Oh God, yeah, you walk up on this, Gitzi, pulling yourself up the rail, staring into this small candle on the wall.
She's waiting for him to turn around, letting him try.
Yeah. I turn around to like head back.
No, that's it. That's all you came up here to talk to her. Don't give me that. And that's all you offered? No, you have to speak poetry to her. She's gonna like hit him in the chest. That's the part that moved you. You must tell her of the beauty of what it reminds you of when you close your eyes and listen. What does it make you feel? You have to lure her in with your own words as she has done to you if you want her to respond. Now go back over there to that candle and try it again. Speak with heart. Think of the beauty that it reminds you of. You talked about it down there and you came up here to stare at a light for God knows how long. It has impacted you that much. I'm not going to let you give up yet. Give it one more go.
How long have you been standing there?
Don't worry about that. The point is that if it is important to you, then I will find it also important. I'm here to support you. You need to give it a good effort.
Long enough.
I think I think she heard me. I'm not sure. I just feel like she did.
All right, well, if you're content with that, then you can close this book. And if you think there's another page, you could try it again.
Maybe.
Either way.
I don't know much about ghosts and stuff, but so should we? Did you need something? Gitzi?
We were just coming up and checking on you. David Field has got us a job.
That's good. We need money, right, to get to the center of the city.
Yes, you figured the puzzle out. Very good.
What puzzle?
It was no. Yes, we do need money. That's correct.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go downstairs. They'll fill you in, and I'll catch up.
You sure you don't?
Way up here, and nothing happened. No, it's just exhausting. It was a long way up. I'm going to take.
Well,
a seat
then
here.
just sit down. I can sit with you. It's fine.
No, it's you need to find out what we're doing. Also, you may not like it, so that's why I wanted to come get you.
Why wouldn't I like it?
It's not a lot of good people involved.
Are you involved?
I don't know yet. It's a bit overwhelming. Honestly, I'd rather capture rat tails. That seems a little bit easier. And good dexterity training, honestly. And we'd be doing the city a bit of a favor, but it would not get us a lot of coin, unfortunately. So there's some potential. It's more of a gray area, depending on how it pans out and if it pans out right. Finding myself in more and more gray areas these days. That's why it's good to find that which is not in a gray area and to pursue that, but our options are limited, and that's why I wanted to bring you in on it. Deal?
Sure.
Asher, you've noticed that as you had this conversation, the song has stopped. And just the sounds of the tavern filling in from the lunch crew fills. And it is truly disappointing.
I hope I didn't make her mad.
I guess you'll never know. Unless you choose to do something, but...
I don't really know if there's much I can do. I mean,
That's okay.
this place has been here for a long time, right? So
True. That's true.
I just, you know how stories, I feel like with any time I've read or studied, and I haven't done a lot, but it's like when there's ghosts or things like that, they're either tied to a place or something because they can't leave or something. And I don't know. It's like, it's nice, but I would feel bad if this person, this ghost, was stuck here, you know? Like, what if they could never leave? And like, this was their way of, I don't know, coping or calling for help or something. I don't know. It's probably stupid.
It's
you
not
know,
stupid. You shouldn't ever diminish what you think, especially if it comes from a kind heart. Good. It's a big step. Just thinking more of something nicer. I don't know how to free a ghost. I have to be honest. Something I've yet to encounter. Well, I guess the first question would be how she got here, but and I suppose you think so because the sadness of the song that she's upset to be here, or is it that she misses her home and she can't be free for it?
I don't know.
You must feel something. What has led you to this? Walk me through your logic.
Well,
She just sits there with just big open eyes, smiling mouth, gaping teeth.
what's the name of this place again?
She's gonna lean over the railing. David!
It's the Elf Song Tavern.
That's it. I forgot that.
Yeah.
I'd like to imagine. Meanwhile, she leans over. We're down planning like an Ocean's 11 heist. With quick cuts, Aelun's like throwing blueprints out on the table. Okay, here's how we will go in.
Do you what, Gitzi?
Ooh, the name of this tavern.
Elf Song, the one that's
Was it always named that?
the one that was singing?
Why is it named that? Why does the
'Cause-
singing happen?
Of the singing ghost.
Why,
or
why is there a singing ghost? Do you know this? Do you know the history?
I'm not that old.
She's
You
just
tell me the
spouting it out.
history.
I have not been here. How does the ghost come to be here?
Is there
Let me
a
ask the-
passing waitress? Yeah.
Wait, it's the bartender?
So like a pamphlet, like
Because they're like,
on the menu, as you flip it over, there's a story of how the ghost got here.
Yeah. You got to get the French onion soup to get the whole. You got to get the 8 different entrees to be able to put the story together.
It all started with a baguette.
Did Bungie put this grimoire together?
In 1492, 2 brothers set out to make the best stew you'd ever had.
It's not in that book. It's not in that book. It's not in that book. Hell, I don't know.
As you grab one of the waitresses that's going by, as people have been piling through it, now the entire upstairs is full. Individuals at all the tables. You can see there's a look of, I'm in a hurry. What can I get for you?
A ghost. Who is she and how did she get here?
She looks. If I knew that, I wouldn't be waitressing.
Fair. Does she have a name at least?
No.
Oh.
No one knows her name, but. She hesitates for a minute. She pauses before the words leave her mouth. I want both of you to roll persuasion checks.
The biggest puppy dog eyes.
Dude, we have thrown some ones tonight.
oh no. Wait, let me see if I have any. Oh, I don't because I rolled a 1, so never mind.
By the
Gitzi
way, the
leans
guy
on
on
the
this
railing and it
background
breaks.
track that goes, whoa, is my favorite.
It's you.
Do you have an inspo or anything, Adam?
I have a D6. I will add it because why not? Hey,
Good.
13?
13. Yeah. Blink, blink, blink.
She leans over. I don't mean any offense by this. But people are all kind of on edge since El Terrell went. You know, to hell and back. She pauses again. Puts a hand up on your shoulder. May just not be the right time. She passes by you. She being a half elf as well. And walks past. Asher, you've been listening by yourself upstairs for some time. I want you to roll a history check with what you've heard.
$12.
Do so with advantage since you've been doing it by yourself.
23.
23. just recanting and going over lyrics now that the song is gone. In your head, talk of fields torn by cloven feet from the eternal shore. Rise the mighty hell riders. Take up your swift, keen swords. Charge into the hellish fray and scatter the devil hordes. A song of El Terrell. And the white night does fall. Sleep safe beneath the companion's light until the dawn does call. It's not a song about a long lost lover. It's a song about the city of El Terrell and the sun that used to protect it. The Hell Riders being the knights that rode in its defense. You think to yourself, maybe this ghost hates me.
We should go figure the job.
If that's what you'd prefer to do, that's what we'll do. Now help this old lady down the stairs, or else I'm going to go a lot faster than planned.
Sure. I will help you down the stairs back to the table.
Arriving at the table, what is it that you all have discussed? Where are we ending up at this?
As you pull up Aelun, you just catch him saying, "It's crazy. So crazy it just might work."
Well, I got the candle. Let's go find a room.
Are we're going back upstairs? We could have just stayed up there. Gitzi's going to be very mad.
This is very exhausting. I did not come here for a workout. This is not a gym. You only had one stew.
Only had one stew?
It's a lot of walking for just one stew. One stew per staircase. That's always the golden rule.
What are you, Mama June?
Yes.
You're gonna have
Oh.
I've had to switch
I eat a
characters
Skittle
because
every
I got
step,
too
okay?
obese to fight. I ate my character into servitude.
Stickers on every bar to lure me upstairs. All right. You gotta have your motivation.
Let's do for stare.
Listen,
I'm gonna look
her
at you the next.
metabolism is crazy. All right, she has to eat a lot.
The next time that we're in the same place together, I'm gonna go one drink per stair step. That's my rule.
I'll be making it up that staircase then.
I think if you look at 5e, that the rules as written are one stew per staircase. So
It's official by the book.
I think that's raw.
Yeah, that's
Can you put that homebrew rule in our sheet, please?
Oh wait, how many stairs? How many stairs have we climbed? Okay, and how many stews have you eaten recently?
We need another stew.
No, you can't. You can't make it. You're gonna have to, sorry.
You gotta pull over.
You're gonna have to stop.
I can't pull over any further.
Yeah, first floor done. Now it's time for a stew.
I don't feel bad about this. I'm sorry for wanting more stew.
We'll get. I could go for some more stew anyway. Let's get some of those cheese. Let's get some of those cheese sandwiches too, Gitzi. God, you're an enabler.
Those are more portable. That's a good idea.
We can pack those. I've got a little small space in the back of my shell. We can put a couple of them.
Pack Sammys.
Road Sammys. Told you, sandwiches here are really good. Why am I enabling you to eat more?
Because this is our chance to. We're hungry, and I'm not happy when I'm hungry. It may have been
Fine.
me coming out, then gets.
We're all a part of our characters.
They blend somehow.
Never mind.
You got something to say?
Do we all
Not
need
after
to?
that comment.
No, we don't all need to go.
No.
I'll go. If I don't come back in 10 minutes, I'm probably dead or covering up a body.
Then I'll go with you. That
Let's
doesn't
use the buddy
seem.
system. It's safer.
Kid, it's going to be unsavory.
What do you mean unsavory?
Did she not tell you?
No, I don't know yet what the offering is or what the job is.
It's probably going to be dirty because these are all dirty people. He may ask us to kill somebody, take what they have, bring it back to him, give us a cut. I can't have you recoil in horror. Think you can handle that?
Well, why would you do a job like that?
It's a long story.
Sometimes you gotta get your hands dirty.
Go practice your poker face, and you can come back here and talk about it.
Okay.
You coming or you staying here?
I'll go. You shouldn't go alone.
True, it's dangerous to go alone.
All right. Let's go light the candle. Set down my beer. All right. She stopped singing at my favorite point, too. Gitzi, one of these days, I'll drink enough to sing you the song.
Good. I'm counting on it, and I want the whole thing, and you can stand on the table and sing it to me.
Go sing a song of Atriel with foes are at her door. Come on, kid, let's go.
There's like 5 regulars that look over at you with stink eye.
Don't act like you haven't heard it. It's stuck in here. Earworm.
Yeah. I don't want to hear it from you either.
No one else does either.
It's like the first unwritten rule of the elf song is like, don't sing the elf song.
Well, you know, 2 tankards of ale and you'd start to care less. Just don't sing the whole thing. All right, back upstairs with me and the kid.
As you head over to the Displacer Beast room. Slowly lighting that candle. You sit for a solid 5 minutes. Nothing. And then he slinks up and out from the corner of the room. First rule. You need to check your surroundings. Roll a history check, Josiah.
Definitely not the history major here. 14.
14. It comes back to you at that moment. Just the whole used car salesman approach. Kind of like the used car salesman in True Lies.
Oh, God. Man,
Who I
vivid
based
images.
Who I based this character off of.
Got it.
They're never gonna see it coming. But you have to buy in.
Who's the target?
Unsuspecting.
Unsuspecting doesn't keep me safe. Or my crew. Who are we doing? And what are we grabbing?
Unfortunately, the party we're intercepting, that's a need-to-know basis.
Okay, then I need to know.
No, Mr. Fields.
Field, singular, one field.
Field. Don't. And that's what's going to keep you safe at night.
You know what keeps me safe at night? Knowing the fight I'm going into before I go into it. Doing my homework. Now, you've done your homework. What you share with the class? And we'll keep you safe.
Share with the class. Interesting choice of words. Looks over at you, Asher. Hope you haven't got too much shit. He looks back at the tiefling across from him. I can see why you'd want to carve out a name for yourself. Green Crew. So be it. Extends his hand towards you. My name is Roris. And I may be one of the few people that don't care who you are or where you're from. Only the body of your work. Now, I understand that you want to know who. But that card is mine. All that you need to know is the lady herself has our blessing. As he pulls out a dagger and holds it up to the candlelight. Showing off a blade with signs of the guild.
Guild sanctioned. Or so you say. Where's it taking place?
Oh, the docks
Yeah,
in
give me-
Brampton.
Okay. Which dock?
That is also on a need-to-know basis.
You know, it will help get the job done better if I know and can set shit up ahead of time. Be nice to have a couple of bludgers around the corner when we ambush whoever we're doing this.
I'm sorry. It's strange to me.
Strange to want to be prepared.
No, it's as if you've done this before. It's
Your assumption was that we were a green crew. We've done the work before.
What I don't get is why you're withholding so much information if you want this done well. But if you don't care about getting it done well, I hear the guild really cares about this kind of stuff. So a bit of information could help.
the information will be revealed when we head to that dock. Can't be giving away who's going to be there illegally and when they're going to be there illegally. An experienced crew should know that loose lips literally sink ships, and so with them all the profits.
And there is number 2. What's our cut?
Five people? I'll be generous. 45%. That leaves half for me and 10 for the guild.
Half for you, 50%.
No,
10%
45 and 10% for the guild. I understand math can sometimes be left to the management.
Uh-huh.
And what is the overall amount? 45% of 10 gold is not very much.
It's an illegal shipment of spices into the city. We won't know what the take is until we take it. But I have gathered that information, and here I am, benevolent enough to recruit a crew of whom I have never worked with. I think it is more than enough.
We'll consider this 45% as a introductory. If we do business again, we'll split it right down the middle.
I don't think you understand. We are splitting it down the middle. I'm not a math magician. This is basic arithmetic. We are splitting it. 10% goes to the guild.
Now you're speaking my terms. 45, 45, 10. See, you were trying to make it sound like 50, 45, and 10. That's just making sure you weren't playing me.
Bless your heart.
All right.
So, we meet at the docks. Sundown. Use the shadows to our advantage. You will know in a proficient amount of time when and where this vessel is coming. What'll alleviate your concerns?
I guess it's gonna have to, won't it?
We have a deal then.
Deal.
Extends his hand over the table.
Give him a good, firm handshake.
Extends his hand over to you, Asher.
I give him a handshake. But I like kind of glance at Josiah first and then do so.
Sundown.
See you at sundown.
As that candle nears its end, just reaches over with its two fingers and snuffs that flame out. And walks out of the room.
Well, let's go talk to everybody. Go down and hold your own.
Yeah, I think next time I'll wait downstairs. I just get up,
Welcome to Baldur's Gate.
leave the room, head downstairs.
Sit there for a moment, fume. And then get my ass out because I know they're going to come clean the room. Maybe.
Make your way back down to the main table. There are more ales, more stews, racking up quite the tab now at this point.
God, how much you guys going to eat?
It depends how many stairs we're going to walk up.
Oh, God. We need to pay this tab. We need to have a conversation. Somewhere a little less crowded.
Oh, okay. And where do you suggest that is?
Find a nice dark alley.
Right. What is it? 1 p.m. in the afternoon?
No, actually, we're going to go down to the docks and see if there's any ships expected in.
That's what I'm talking about.
We finding some more friends?
Uh-huh. I'm hoping he gave me just enough. help us find this illegal spice shipment that's coming in tonight at sundown. That guy.
As you all begin finishing up the meal at the elf song that has been brought towards you, Asher, I want you to roll a perception check.
$19.
You see that visage put her hand on the stair railing. And this time, you have just enough glimpse where you think that you almost make eye contact. And it disappears back up the steps. You can see that everyone else in the tavern is absolutely entranced that the song is being sung once again. As if she is calling to you to follow.
I'll be right back. And I just get up and I go and I place my hand at the same exact spot that she placed hers on the railing.
Hold
and
to
then
the touch.
proceed up.
Instinctively going back to the same spot. That you were before. Staring back at that candle burning on the wall where you tried to contact this entity. You see a small piece of rolled parchment tied with a silver string, just hanging where it wasn't before.
Pick it up.
Holding it up to the candlelight, you unroll a small ship's manifest. And that is where we will end this session. Good persuasion rolls. The ghost isn't actually racist.
Could have fooled me.
But the people are. The people are very. You have to think post descent into Avernus, there is a whole different level of tiefling prejudice in and around Baldur's Gate, and especially these elves that hold an old way of living. Now, many of them barely even half elves themselves. I like to put that spin on it because classic D&D has always said that you can only speak to her if you are elf or half elf. So I loved it that you were trying to contact her, and what better way to put your spin on it that people have been putting words in her mouth for years now. It was really cool.
And I am half elf.
Oh, that's right. You are half elf. Oh, dude. Didn't even think about that.
Little bit of lore drop, but I come from an elven village.
That's right.
My mentor is Elro here, and more
That's
of that to
right.
come. And
Roll reverse. Ghost is still a racist.
Oh no.
Oh. Gotta manifest. Got an old piece. Thanks for letting me play with a little bit of your backstory, Josiah.
Oh, it's awesome. I love it. It's having you throw me curveballs like that, as long as I'm not doing math, is always great. I quite literally thought you taken 50%, so that in my mind is 50%, and then we're getting 45%. That's like, then and there's 10% to the guild. That's 105%. I'm not doing the math wrong here. I had the same
question right at the beginning, and I was like, oh, I bet he's only taking 45% as well. And then it was like, then you were arguing that he made that, and then you were still arguing. I'm like, no, it makes sense. It makes sense. Like,
and then you were like, to come around. I had to make myself look like an asshole first.
Oh, it's perfect.
Really good at math.
He thinks that's great. You can't even do the math on your cut, so he's totally gonna try to you there.
Good. We have idiots.
Short, concise questions from Asher, out of his element. This was like, I'm good. I'm good.
So I was able to go and I grabbed, this is from Dark Alliance. This is from the Baldur's Gate PlayStation 2 game from the Elf Song Tavern. I'm like, oh, I have to.
It's so good. I want it so I can play it on Spotify all the time.
I will send you. I got 15-minute version of it. And then there was there was a couple that did that Swedish version, which is awesome. I'm gonna link them in the YouTube. They just put it out there. I was like, chef's kiss. So good.
Almost got me to sing it. Had I known the tune, I'd have gave it a shot.
Yeah.
I was actually listening to it on my phone with my mic on mute, just like I can pull this off. I can find the tune.
Well, and that was what I was trying to pull out of it. I know I gave a little bit of lore drop on Asher there, and chat's already going wild with it. But this is the Elf Song Tavern. This is it seemingly an elven song by nature. It made sense that I would be more infatuated with this and the understanding, and plus it's different, it's intriguing, it's something that I don't know, and that's the wizard scholarly intrigue that's I want to know more, and but also if you've been here for ever, are you trapped, are you alone, is this something where people just have come to be whatever and you're stuck here
yeah. The episode began with Asher talking to a woman, and it ended.
Well, and it's fortuitous that happened, because if we would have just left the bar and that didn't happen, I was literally going to walk out and say, I may be a devil, but I'm also elvish too, and not all devils are like that, and probably would have left. That's literally I already had in my mind. That's what I was ending with. Was we're not all like that, and I'm part elvish too.
Way to judge you, lady.
There we go.
It was only the waitress that judged you, my friend. Only the waitress.
Yep.
I'm excited. We get to go back to the docks next week.
I have ideas.
What could possibly go wrong?
Everything.
Only everything.
Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely.
Aelun
No,
made up the
because
whole plan.
Aelun, did Ocean's 11, and he's got the whole plan lined out.
We
show up, we find the boat,
cuts.
we beat up the people that have the boat, we take the stuff.
Thank goodness.
There was
That's
a
the
loose
plan.
delivered over 8 to 10 quick cuts,
Yeah.
so we got the whole thing down.
I'm really impressed with you, Mud. You have not fought someone in how long now?
Oh, that's awesome.
Holding in.
Night
Fair enough, no one
time.
fight.
God, these maps are so cool.
That is so cool. Oh my god. I was freaking out when we got to the bar and the song started playing. I was like,
Oh,
The candlelight in the tavern was dope, and then you had like if you looked at the kitchen, the stove had like smoke coming off of it.
Yeah.
this is so cool.
this is the future of tabletop.
Oh, and there's little bats now instead of seagulls.
Seagulls?
They're bats.
That-
You got the fog
Yeah.
rolling through.
There's little bats.
Now I need to figure out how we actually play quarters with these.
Oh, dude. Oh, it's a different instance. I was gonna say you can drop a circle and we can all throw our coin.
Yeah,
but
that's the only thing I hate. It's different instance. We all see different dice. It's the same number, but it could be cocked. It could be all over the place.
So anyway, I cast Fireball.
burning the tavern down.
I gotta figure out how do you roll your custom coin, because when you make your dice, you have like a colored coin as well that matches your dice.
Yeah.
This one only rolls the gold coin.
Is it I don't know. We'll have to figure that one out.
Because you have one of your dice settings. If you customize them, you have a coin that matches your dice too.
Yeah. We have been dodging battle rather significantly, so you can imagine there's
Oh no.
Something.
we're head on into it.
Group. Good on us, group, to dodge.
Yes. Dodge. You can't
We're doing it right.
Well,
Right.
I use evasion.
we've been broke, dude. This bar tab might wipe us.
probably.
I'm kind of curious as to what it is.
I'm gonna have to add it up. God, it sucks being broke. This was fun. Thanks for bearing with us, guys. It was not the easiest thing to have, but each week will get significantly better. Once I just get all the music into this tabletop, my life will be significantly easier. But I have to get I gotta get all my assets in there, man. It sucks when I'm like, oh my God, I'm sitting here knowing I'm like, I don't just have like 5 random thugs I could just pull out if I need to. Like my mouth in RP is going to write checks that my tabletop cannot cash.
These things pop up. Do they?
I will put my ass into it, Shay. But yeah, man, what about that that American Pie intro?
I literally when it first happened, I was like, oh, that's funny. And then I was like, oh, I have Misty Step. And then I was like, no, let's make it more awkward.
Yeah.
Especially when like the girl was there and you were like, oh, this young girl is there. I'm like, oh, let's make it real awkward.
No, you teed it up for us.
Yeah. And then I was like, well, I could just Misty Step out of this, but that's not fun. Like, that's not hilarious.
No.
Yeah, why would I? That's, I gotta eat that up, you know?
When
Choices were made.
I've never heard Loon's voice clear in my head when he was mocking, like lubing up the candle with the butter. That's when I fucking died.
And it went all in like full circle, and I'm like, well, I got stuck, and she was there to help me. And everyone's like, there's a she? What? No, like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, you don't know.
And we don't want to.
All right, guys. We will see you all next week. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you on Saturday for Rime of the Frost Maiden. I'll take care.